messages in my head. I don't know how to cope with this. I'm keeping secrets in my head, or any space you can find. Glad to see that I could help make your life a bit easier. But have you ever thought of how I felt? You need to think about your behavior.
It is Thursday, boys and girls. It is another edition of Butch On Sports is to be had here. I'm Simply Butch, and as always, thanks for tuning in. Yes, indeed, here, boys and girls. Another edition of Butch On Sports is here. Just for you. Just for you. Okay, let's have some sports news that you can't get enough of. On a quiet Metropolitan Detroit, there is a quietness in sports news. We'll do what we can do to kind of keep you hopped up for the weekend here. Detroit Tigers are off today. They will take on the Houston Astros in Houston for the final weekend before All-Star break, boys and girls. Yes, indeed, Joe Jimenez is getting ready. Probably packed all his bags and clothes and dirty drawers and everything else he needs to make the trip to Washington, D.C., where, yes, the All-Star game will be commencing starting Monday. Of course, all the players are hippity-hop to a plane on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon and deal with the All-Star game that's upcoming there. Of course they will. Yes, they will. Of course, if you don't know, by now, the Big Three basketball tournament is going to be set in stone at Little Caesars Arena this weekend. Those actions will start at 6 o'clock. Gates will open at 5. First game at 6. If you're home and, don't feel like going down there, you can look at FX1, Fox Sports 1, on the cable at 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and then go flop on over to Fox to get the rest of the goodies there for Big Three basketball. And we got a little bit more information to give you on that regarding one of the players who partake in that there, but we'll move on. The NFL is going to be carrying 15 live games in 2018 preseason games, of course, there. Preseason games live on the NFL Network, including debuts of the 3 top picks in the NFL. You'll also get the first ever quadruple header of live games on Saturday, August the 18th. Yes, the NFL Network is going to show all 65 preseason games throughout the league. So get your hats on and watch it. Plus the out-of-market games, you can check out the NFL Game Pass for those particular games as well. The NFL remains the only network and show the entire slate of 65 preseason games in the 2018 season, highlighted by 15, again, live games and the preseason debut of 3 top picks there. Indeed, if you have nothing else to do, you'll be able to check out on the NFL Network some football because it's getting close. Speaking of football here, the Hall of Fame on the 4th of August is going to be part of the picture. Terrell Owens is one of those participants is going into the Hall of Fame. Terrell Owens will not be introduced at the Hall of Fame ceremony, told by Pro Football Hall of Fame committee members, and they're not going to mention him too much during that particular program there because, again, the star Terrell Owens decided he's not going to show up. He's going to give his speech on the 4th at his alma mater, Tennessee Chattanooga. Okay, the Hall of Fame Executive Director Joe Horrigan made it clear on Wednesday when he told Hall of Fame network that Owens wouldn't be recognized during the Gold Jacket dinner on the 3rd or the national televised ceremony on the 4th. News of Hooligan's comments caused many calls to move retribution for Owens' public decision to skip the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. He's the first and still living inductee, but he's not going to show up. There are the members of the voting committee and some of them who spoke in favor of Owens for this year's meeting and him getting voted in there are very disappointed, and they believe that Hall recent decision is a win-win for both sides there. He said, let me be clear, people are okay with Owens' decision to skip the weekend, even though he's making a mistake by not coming. So there's a little stab in the back there. They're going to mail, you hear this? They're going to mail his gold jacket to him. Now, the bus, of course, stays with the Hall of Fame, and I'm quite sure it's going to be displayed with all the other buses, and that'll be probably mentioned at the dinner, probably in a light little mention of that particular. But other than that, on the 4th, you will not hear Terrell Owens' name somewhat mentioned in the Hall of Fame extravaganza for national television on the 4th. So there you have it for that particular, for Terrell Owens there. Speaking of Hall of Fame greats, or maybe someone upcoming, New York Knicks great Charles Oakley was arrested in Las Vegas casino on July the 8th for trying to cheat during a game, a casino officials told TMZ Sports. Oakley was arrested at the Cosmopolitan Casino. Oakley, 54, was arrested at Cosmopolitan, a hotel and casino on the Strip, on Sunday after trying to pull a $100 chip during a gambling session. It is unclear what the game Oakley was playing, but Oakley was suspicious or suspected of adding or reducing his wagers on the gambling game after the outcome was known. Officials said from the Nevada Gaming Board said security tapes confirmed his intent to cheat. Oakley, whose career earnings was up toward $46 million per Basketball References, confirmed by an incident at the casino. He was then booked by the Clark County Detention Center about 5:30 local time that particular day. Oakley could face up to 6 years in prison. Oakley's action in Vegas to commit or attempt to commit a fraudulent act in the game was established and is not to be taken lightly. If convicted, Oakley could face between 1 and 6 years in prison, TMZ reported. So Oakley's camp does not think it will be a major issue going forward. This is what is an insignificant matter that will quickly be resolved, a source close to Oakley told TMZ. So you have it there, you know. And, of course, Oakley is part of the Big Three basketball tournament there. So if he's bailed out in time, what it may be, maybe he will make it to Detroit to take part in that extravaganza going on at Little Caesars Arena. If not, now, boys and girls, you know why. Yes, after 1 year of higher reach showcase, the Michigan top high school basketball players will return for the 9th year on July 17th at Milford High School in Highland Township. More than 200 athletes with aspirations to play in college levels will be trained and scrimmage under the tutelage of high school coaches across the state and in front of college coaches expected to be represented a number of NCAA, NAIA, and also junior college programs. An educational effort by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan, the Reaching Higher experience included a classroom session for the student athletes and their parents, as well as on-the-court drills and scrimmages. The event also aims to give athletes a vision of what it takes to become a college basketball player and also the success within it there. That's pretty neat. Pretty spiffy indeed. No news with the Detroit Lions, the Red Wings, or the Pistons, I'm sorry to say. But again, this is a quiet Thursday indeed. And with that quiet Thursday indeed, we're going to kind of like end this podcast with a little bang and a boom slaughter there of going off the air. So quietly, this is an abbreviated version of Butch On Sports. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Productions. Giving you some sports news you can't get enough of. We're going to take a break. And a good one here. We won't be back on the air till about next Wednesday, boys and girls, and give you some sports news you can't get enough of. As again, we're going to have Butch On Sports take a break here. Of course, next Monday, of course, you can hear me on the game. Scott Nason, Dave McKay, Katie will be all there, giving their once over lightly and opinions and points and views in sports. That's on WUPN 95.1 The Eagle in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. You can also hear Dave McKay's show from Boston Pizza and also the Sports Center Lounge. And also he's moving out to a golf course, and I forget the name of it. I'll have that complete story for you as of this Wednesday of that particular show, because there's going to be some off days that you hear it. I think this Sunday is going to be a special show of that particular show for Dave McKay and friends there. So you might want to go to Scott Nason's The Game Show on potbean.com. Or, yes, you go to the YouTube channel, Scott Nason YouTube channel. Look it on up and get all the goodies there, including this show here. Be pointing up there. You can also go to my site, the Facebook site for Butch On Sports and get the podcast. Also, SIMPLYBUTCHTOO.podomatic.com. Also on the website there, and get the podcast as well. I'm Simply Butch. I say, hey, be cool, everybody. Have a great weekend, per se. And do your thing, man. Do your thing.